What's up, everybody? It's Reid and Trey here from FloGrappling, standing outside the T-Mobile Arena, the world-famous T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, on the eve of the biggest weekend in Jiu-Jitsu. Of course, we have the ADCC World Championships coming up here in just a few days, and we thought that we'd kind of break down some of the biggest storylines leading into this huge competition. So here's 5 of the biggest storylines from the ADCC World Championships this weekend. So Trey, let's kick it off. Hit him with number 5. What's the biggest storyline coming into this weekend?
Yeah, got to kick things off with the 66 kilogram division. And when you talk about 66 kilos, you got to start things off with Diogo Baby Shark Hayes, the reigning 66 kilogram champion. He's able to get it done his rookie year at ADCC, his debut. He got it done, got the win. Now, there's a few people in the 66 kilogram history who've been able to go back-to-back. Cobrinha, Rafa Mendes, Leo Vieira. Hoyler.
Yeah.
So, it's a big deal to not just become an ADCC champion, to become a 2-time back-to-back champion. Not a lot of people can say they've done that. So this year, can Diogo make history, mark his name as a 2-time back-to-back ADCC champion, or is someone else going to be able to take the throne? There's a murderer's row that Diogo's going to have to work his way through. I'm talking about Diego Pato, Gabriel Souza, Kennedy Masael, the usual suspects. But there's a whole nother crew of new kids on the block who also want that title. Dorian Oliveras, Owen Jones, Ethan Krellinson's still in the mix for B team. There's a lot of dudes who want that gold and want to take it from Diogo. So I think this division particularly has a lot of my interest, and I think it's gonna be really fun to see how this one shapes up. Who can walk away as a champion, whether it be someone who gets their second gold or someone who's a new ADCC champion.
Yeah, love that 66 division. Big question mark over who's gonna win. So definitely paying attention to that one. For me, I feel like if we're talking about, guys who are trying to win and everything like that, right? We're talking about Nicholas Meregali. I feel like he's got the biggest spotlight on him these days, going into the tournament. Obviously, he walked away from ADCC 2022 with a silver and a bronze medal. So he's trying to correct that and win double gold this weekend. Not only in his division, but he's aiming for that absolute division, which is one of the best parts about ADCC, right? Is the absolute division, just how fun that ends up being. So I think you definitely got to pay attention to Nicholas Meregali. We've been kind of doing some content with him leading up, and you can just tell that he's super hyper-focused on winning. I think a lot of people, including myself, want to see that rematch between him and Kaynan Duarte. Kaynan, of course, 2-time ADCC champion, so he can kind of perform at this tournament. So that should be a big rematch, one of the biggest matches of the tournament, I think. And the absolute division with Nicholas kind of gunning for that. It should be a lot of fun. But definitely, Nicholas Meregali, you're going to have to keep tabs on this guy throughout the tournament. It's going to be fun to watch.
For sure. Not a lot of people bring the same sort of confidence and aura about them as Nicholas Meregali does. He's already called his submissions for his 4 divisional matches. I mean, this guy's crazy. But there's another dude that's waiting, in the shadows, been letting us know that he's probably going to be in the absolute also, and I think he particularly wants a match with Meregali, and that's Mica Galvão. The next big story we got to talk about is Mica Galvão returning to the ADCC World Championship. Obviously, we saw Mica in 2022, the young phenom from Manaus, making his debut on the ADCC stage. Now he's turned ADCC veteran, ADCC silver medalist, returning to get that #1 spot in the 77 kilogram division. I think all eyes are going to be on Mica. They want to see how he performs, but really, if it hits, Mica Galvão versus Nicholas Meregali in the absolute division is must-watch TV.
Absolutely.
I don't know what you guys are watching, but if you're watching something else, flip over to ADCC if that match is on, because you do not want to miss that one. I think that's one of the potential biggest matches at ADCC and maybe in all of Jiu-Jitsu from this year. If Nicholas Meregali and Mica Galvão hits, I think that would be incredible, and I hope we get to see that one in the absolute division.
Yeah, it feels like this past couple weeks there's been a little heat kind of brewing between the two of them. They got this little rivalry going.
Definitely. Some history going on there. A lot of things going on behind the scenes, I think, with those two.
So, I totally agree. Mica Galvão gunning for his first gold medal and potentially gunning for that absolute division, him and Meregali. Must-see TV. Absolutely incredible. Another storyline I want to talk about, though, is this the first time ADCC is doing 3 women's division? More women are doing...
4, if you count the women's absolute.
All right, yeah, you got me. 4 women's divisions, 3 plus the absolute. So, I think this is definitely the first time that the most women are going to be at ADCC, the most going to be kind of on the line for them this year. And so I think, there's a lot of big names, of course. Kendall Ryuzening is back trying to get her first gold medal. Rafaela Guedes.
Amy Campo,
returning. Jasmine Hosha, I'm really interested to see kind of how she does. Of course, Bia Mesquita. You know, even for Bia's done the absolute divisions in the IBJJF quite a bit. So, you know, to see her go into the absolute division, I think would be super fun. Even a girl, a dominant girl like Mica Bastos. You know, I think it would be fun to see her kind of mix it up against some of these Amy Campos and stuff like that. You know, the absolute division is just super fun.
But also just a great year for seeing these new divisions for the women at ADCC. So we have under 55, under 65, over 65. It mixes things up where an athlete like Mica Bastos, who's undersized for 60 kilograms, now in an under 55 kilogram division, can she make a run?
Yeah.
You know, go late. Bia Basilio, returning champ at under 60, also a good fit for under 55. And then you have athletes like Brianna St. Marie bumped up to the minus 65. Is the extra kilos going to help her? You know, is she going to be able to come in not as like cut out, not as, you know, cutting as much weight? So I'm excited to see how all these divisions shape up. But like you said, the absolute division for the women is going to be incredible.
The first time ever.
It's awesome, you know, that they are getting absolute this year. So excited to see what female is able to kind of crown themselves as the female absolute champion. Maybe down the road, this sets up ADCC female super fights. You know, so a lot of cool stuff happening there. But I got another thing I want to talk to you about, all right?
Okay.
If we're going to talk about storylines, we got to talk about Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, true.
All right,
true.
when the dust settles and everything's quiet, there's two super fights left to happen, and that's Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena going down on Saturday, and then Gordon Ryan versus Yuri Samoas, the reigning absolute champion Yuri Samoas, going down Sunday night. And anytime Gordon's on the mat, people are watching. All right, we don't even need to promote it at this point. People are just watching Gordon Jiu-Jitsu. They love it, they soak it up, and they want to see how he can do in these big super fights, because there's been a lot of questions around Gordon lately. You know, is he healthy?
True.
It seems like, you know, maybe he has a little foot on the side of, like, you know, chilling a little more.
Retirement, maybe. Like, this could be potentially Gordon's last ADCC. You know, like, who knows? We don't know. Obviously, he's been well documented. He's had a bit of, you know, some health struggles kind of leading into this. So there's a lot of question marks there. That's definitely one to keep an eye on.
100%. You never really know. Like, if things get worse for Gordon, then obviously this could be his swan song. You know, it could sail off into the T-Mobile sunset after it's all said and done. But before that happens, we're going to get to find out if he can even the score against Felipe Pena. Felipe Pena in that historic rivalry is 2-1 against Gordon. I think a lot of people forget that Felipe is up on the scorecard. Gordon's still chasing him to get a winning record. So can Gordon settle the score, or will Felipe pretty much put that to rest and make it 3-1 at the end of that super fight? But then, of course, Yuri Samoas earned his shot at Gordon by winning the absolute champ. There's nothing quite as romantic to me as the ADCC super fight. It's incredible. It's been going on for such a long time. It's a good, I like the system. You know, you got to be the baddest dude. You got to earn your shot at the super fight title. Gordon did it, was able to take it from Andre. Andre held it for so many years. Now he's the super fight returning champion. Yuri Samoas punched his ticket to the super fight, and we get to see how that one shapes out. So that's another one. I'm just really excited to see how all of it shapes up for the super fights this year.
I mean, so many big storylines, a lot of big names here. Helena Cravar, of course, you know, has an opportunity, I think, to become a big star this weekend if she were to walk away with gold. You know, you got Giancarlo Bodoni trying to make a repeat. You got the people's champion, Jacob Couch. You know, he's going to be doing some fun stuff. Of course, you know, 66, we already talked about. Dante Leon, of course, another guy we're definitely keeping tabs on this weekend. So
the list goes on and on.
For real.
Non-stop athletes that you want to be watching.
Absolutely. And you know, it all goes down right here from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. You can watch it live on FloGrappling.com. It all goes down August 17th and 18th, just a few days from now. I can't wait. I hope you guys are tuning in. I'll see you there.